Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 2 of our Federal Spring of 62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. Now, first things first, we do have 2 new viewer units that we have gotten in. Go over those real fast. So for Mikhail Janosek, I apologize if I butchered your name. We have the 20th Maine Infantry underneath the command of Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain. And for Philip Hughes, we have the Wolverines under George Custer. So they're both forming up right now. 20th Maine is 46 days from completion, and the Wolverines are 34 days away from finishing their training, which is about on line with all the other units we have recruited so far. No, these are all just generic battery names. Speaking of which, I need batteries. So whether you have an infantry brigade already, a cavalry brigade already, or a battery of artillery already, please, in the comments below, give me names for artillery batteries, because I hate generic names. So please send those my way, because I'd like to get some more flavor into the armies as soon as possible. Speaking of which, I've also gone through all the armies and renumbered all of them. If they are not a full army command, I have renumbered them to the conventional corps numbers. So like 1st through 4th is in the Army of the Potomac. 5th is separate right now. 9th, 10th, and 11th are out in Department of Mississippi. 13th was the Coastal Division. So I just went through and renumbered all those to the conventional system, so it's a little less confusing with all the separate corps having army names underneath an army. So I was just doing away with the confusion right there. Alrighty, so last episode we did see a battle here at Alexandria, which was a pretty handy fight on our part. Really was no worries throughout the battle, except how easily they ripped down some of my artillery batteries, but other than that, it went our way pretty handily. So we're still waiting for the Armed Potomac to get its readiness up. Probably won't be up until after the depot is completed over here, which will be in 5 more days. And I have pulled everybody out, or they're working on pulling out of rebel territory for a moment. Let's actually pull you back even further. Even though he's right, I can move him back to Union territory. I just can't move him anywhere in Confederate territory. So all these forces have been pulled out. I've also combined the Mountain Department and the Division of Kanawha into one corps. So everybody basically is out now. 11th is working its way out. 10th is working its way out. 9th was already in a siege, so I just let this play out instead of trying to break them away from it. So maybe we'll win it, maybe we won't, don't know. I think that's everybody's out of rebel territory for the moment. I think that covers the map for right now, so it is April 1st, so we're going to go over to monthlies now. Now that the game's run, about 2 weeks, we can get a better idea of what we are looking at. So, went to the wrong tabs first. Economy report. Current rating of our nation's BB Plus does not match up here. Liabilities are at just under 600 million. That's actually going to grow a little further as I just recruited those infantry brigade, cavalry brigade, and 5 batteries of artillery. So this is we're going to be cutting ourselves another bond here. Yeah, I've already had negative 11. We're going to be cutting another bond here soon. Current economy cycle is recovery. Tax revenues increased by 748 million last month. I don't see how, but we'll take a look at that. Total export volumes last month was 19 million out, with 38 million coming in, which is about how normal it is. And average corporate production over the last 3 months was 1.2 billion, which was no change from the previous months. And once again, when it comes to the lacking stuff in the economy, there's really nothing we can do about that. It's a fool's game to try and cover all that stuff. But let's take a look at the shortages. Yeah, that's a lot of shortages. But we'll be able to tackle some of that going forward once I start getting banks built and everything starts getting more money sunk to it. But yeah, that's going to stay the way it is for a while. If we look at finances, spent a lot of money. We're at negative 11 million right now. As soon as I hit play, that's going to drop even more. So we'll have to deal with that as we deal with it. So right now we're spending 76 million more than we're bringing in, which is actually not that bad. That's actually really good. That is going to change, though. I mean, we do have a lot of troops in the field already. But as I upgrade the weapons, everything gets more expensive. That's going to change drastically. Alright, so according to our intelligence sources, they are working on arming civilian ships. Okay, that's standard. So relations with Great Britain are 52% right now. And that might actually improve until I actually drop the... I may not drop the Emancipation Proclamation. Let's see if we can get the British intervention coming in on the rebel side. It says they recruit 250 men in one brigade, so that's a battery. And their morale sitting at 86%, change to negative 14 after winning that battle at Alexandria. So national morale for them right now is at 85 to 86. Support is, we're at 81, they're at 93. Morale, their armies is at 82 to our 75, because our armies are still sitting in southern territory, so morale is going to be lower. We have 221,823 men in the field today, 178,207. That number should be jumping up fairly soon. Tonnage, I'm not really worried about unless they start drastically building a ton of ships. But then again, so am I. I didn't point it out in the last episode, but I also ordered 10 ironclad frigates. Go look at that real fast. So we have the Independence, New Ironside, the Plymouth, the Princeton, the Reprisal, the United States, the Veracruz, the Alert, the Alonzo Child, and the Alpha being constructed right now. So it's going to be a while before these are done. Actually, 3% on the Independence already. I only started building these a few days ago in game, so that's actually going up pretty fast. Never used ironclad frigates before, so we're going to see how they do. Alright, moving back over here. So total casualties so far, we're sitting at 66, just under 6,700 to their 9,300, almost 9,400 casualties. So, about standard for this point of the war. Alright, policies. Still working on government funding 2. As soon as that is complete, we'll move immediately into Revenue Act 1. So I want to start getting banks built as soon as possible, because they are very powerful to use, and I want to use them as soon as I can. Projects. Let's see what we got going on here. So we're going to take... That uses industry. Hold on a second. Because I want to upgrade the iron mine outside of Frederick here. Let's see if we have that subsidized. Requires 3.6, and we have 4.7. There we go. Upgrade that iron mine, get our ammunition and shortages taken care of. Alright, come back to projects now. I think that took all of our funding for that. Let's take a level of counter propaganda. Alright, that took all that money. And we need training reforms. Let's get these Sharps rifles started first. And that just took all of our money right there. So I do have requests for Sharps rifles, so we'll start getting those built right now. So order division worth of those. And a division worth of the Sharps carbines. Eventually all cavalry is going to get the Sharps carbines. That's my hope. I doubt I'll have that built by the end of the war, but we'll see. And I do believe that covers everything for right now. So I'll be back with the next major incident. Alrighty, it's April 10th, and we have ourselves another combat here at Alexandria between our 1st Corps and the Army of Northern Virginia. So we're bringing 23,199 infantry, 1,023 cavalry, and 102 guns to the field under command of McDowell. And Joseph Johnson is bringing 42,540 infantry, 1,634 cavalry, and 110 guns to the field. Artillery and cavalry were basically evenly matched. Infantry, they do have much more than us, and they're going to have all their corps on the field within 5 hours of the start of the battle. Maybe all on the field at the start. So we're going to take this fight, but what I think I'm going to do is after this, I'm going to withdraw the 1st Corps back into Washington, D.C. and see if we can't get them to focus down on the Army of Potomac down here. And we'll see if that happens or not. So we'll take this fight, and I'll see you on the other side of the load screen. Well, welcome everybody to the second Battle of Alexandria. So we do actually have the exact same deployment zone that we did in the last battle. The rebels only have the 100 point once again. And they're actually right here again. You don't see them right now, but I did have my corps up here looking to use this same terrain, but they are stacked up right here. So in order to give the AI more of a chance, I have decided to pull back to the defense point itself. We're at the Grigsby Farm. So morale of some of my units are not doing too hot, even though we did win the last battle. Some of these units did take a beating. But defensively, I have the Engineer Brigade and the Cavalry Brigade up here covering Poplar Fort. My artillery division spread out along here to fire into the open fields this way. It's the only ways I'm really able to utilize them. I do have the 3rd Division strung out here, 1st Division in the center, and 2nd Division with their battery up here on the flank of 1st, with 1 brigade on its flank, and its 2 other brigades sitting reserve behind the 1st because the morale of the 1st Division is not too hot. Hopefully it comes up before the attack comes in, but we'll see. So, not all the rebels are on the field. It's going to be about 2 hours before the other 2 corps start to arrive, so the AI may hold off on an attack until they arrive, but we'll see. So I'll be back once we have contact with the rebels. Alrighty, it's 8:32 in the day, and the rebels are on the move. They are immediately pushing across the bridge here. And they're not waiting for those other 2 corps to arrive. So let's see what they look like strength-wise right now on the field. They only have 18,000 on the field right now. They should be waiting for these other 2 corps. Guess not. And why are you not firing? So, counter battery, that's why. Most of these guns are going to be out of range. So you can't bring you into range. And we'll leave those 3 inches where they are. Just in case the other corps, when they show up, decide to use this road. Looks like it'll be a few minutes still before they're in contact, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 9:30 in the morning, and the rebels are coming up the road at us, starting to flesh out into a battle line, which I'm happy to see. They're doing it under the fire of the guns, but it's better than them plugging everybody straight down this road like they normally would. I've started maneuvering my artillery batteries into better firing positions as they were just out of range of this road. So I'm going to start working over their artillery while it's marching up to support their infantry. like some of my morale has stabilized. So, I hate to say it, but the Bloody First was about to break at the start of the battle, which was not good. That's hot. Oh, if anybody's wondering what today's battle brew is, it's coffee with a bit of Irish in it. Specifically Tullamore Dew. There's the artillery looking back here. Doing any damage to these boys? There's some damage. Should have more at this point, but we're still maneuvering the batteries forward. And that brigade just broke. But they've been on artillery fire since back here, so that's understandable. And they were eating all of it. The rest of these brigades haven't really been touched. I don't understand why he's not waiting for the rest of his reserves to show up. They'll be arriving any time now. Even some of my line batteries have power, so I just didn't have enough Napoleons to issue out to everybody. Let's speed this up just a little bit. It's taking a while to get through these woods. All my batteries are firing now. And one of them broke. That's not good. Where's the division commander? Get the hell over there and rally these boys. These brigades getting ready to break. Alright. There's Pickett's brigade. Oh, but they're getting canistered down, so that's understandable. And this fight's not going to last too much longer. They should have waited for their reserves to come up. is Wilcox Brigade. Looks like we're doing some good damage to their artillery. And A.P. Hill's brigade just broke. So next up will be Hebert's brigade. Look at that, they already went 3 stars on that counter battery. Oh, yeah. Can't tell what state that's from, but that works. Bloody First finally get some shots in. Now they're going to pull back and wait for the reserve corps to show up. No, they're just going to ride the cavalry forward to get shot to hell. Nah, I think they're going to start withdrawing. Yeah, they're going to start withdrawing now. Or they should. How the hell do you have me outranged? That shouldn't be possible. Yep, and that's it. Alright, we are not going to pursue this time, so let's just speed this along. Alright. Numbers speak for themselves on this one. That was just not a good attack. I mean, they did try to come up all at the same time, but marching through those woods did not help them. So we took down 2,100 of their 43,000 infantry, 150 of their 1,700 cavalry. We got 30 of their 100 guns, for a total loss of 2,400 of 47,000 man force. We lost 112 of our infantry. It says 14 guns here because that one battery broke, but we'll get those back. Total loss of 170 men of our 25,759. That's... what is that? Almost 20 to 1 odds? That's pretty disgusting. Save this real fast and take a look at the paperwork. Cavalry engineers didn't fight. 1st Division. Bloody First did 53 to infantry, 4 to cavalry for a total of 57. My grunts did nothing. 1st Brigade did 8 to infantry, 12 to cavalry for a total of 20. 1st Division Artillery did 1,045 to infantry, 119 to cavalry for a total of 1,164. Dear God, they ripped those boys apart. Division total of 1,241. 2nd Division, just artillery fired, and they did 75 to infantry. 3rd Division. Oh, that was 3rd Division. Give me 2nd Division. There we go. 1st Brigade did 415 to infantry. This was that left flank brigade. And their artillery did 295 to infantry, 8 to artillery for total 303. Division total 718. And artillery division 5th U.S. Battery did 57 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, 13 to artillery for a total of 76. 1st Battery did 72 to infantry, 7 to artillery for a total of 79. 3rd U.S. Battery did 2 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 7 to artillery for a total of 11. 2nd U.S. Battery did 21 to artillery. And the 1st New York Battery did 36 to infantry, 7 to cavalry, 62 to artillery for a total of 107. Division total 294. They really weren't in range for the start of the battle, so they didn't get as much done as they could have. Let's get closed out of here. So I don't have much to say about this battle. Other than I was happy to see that the AI was trying to get into a battle line. It was just trying to do it through those woods was not helpful for them. And it should have waited for the other 2 corps to arrive on the field and had me outnumbered. But it did not. But let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you on the other side of this load screen. A victory at 2nd Alexandria. So the Emirates reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,361 men. There are 1,081 killed and 383 captured. Our casualties total 170 men, with 37 killed and 13 missing. We've captured 868 rifles and 10 guns from the battlefield and sent 377 soldiers down to our prison camps. One thing I forgot to do was go over to see if we got any of their officers. We didn't kill any, but we probably wounded a few of them in that attack. So, totally forgot to look at the officer reports. And that battle didn't take too long, so I'm going to keep this episode going. What I am going to do is order 1st Corps back into Washington, D.C. And hopefully we get these Rebel Corps to refocus on the Army of the Potomac, which is going to be ready to move here in the next few days. So I'll be back. I'm going to say this. I was just looking down here. I was about to hit record on what's going on here when another engagement just popped up. But it looks like the Army of the Gulf, or what is now 6th Corps, is going to be in a little trouble here, as a Levels Corps with 6,000 men and 30 guns, 2nd Corps of Army of Mississippi came down here with 27,000 men and 60 guns, or 24 going to 27,000. And who's this? Reserve Corps Army of Mississippi, another 3,900 infantry and 10 guns are coming after 6th Corps. This is going to be an issue. We only got 4,800 men in this force right now. There's another division transferring in, but they are still several days away. But we do have this battle popping up here. And they are going for 13th Corps. I forgot to pull them out. I meant to bring these guys out and around. Numbers are actually fairly almost dead even, except for artillery. So we have 13,490 infantry, 1,126 cavalry, 29 guns on the command of Burnside. And we have Samuel Maxey coming at us with 13,132 infantry, 1,500 cavalry, and 61 guns. This battle shouldn't take too long. So obviously we're going to take this one. So I'll see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of New Bern in North Carolina. Let me get him set up. So we are defending Ward's Ridge, and we actually did have a good chunk of the map to set up on again, but we're not going to utilize it. So I've decided to actually set up behind the objective point to see how the AI is going to react by taking it and then trying to attack us. Don't know if it's going to make a difference or not, but we'll see. Rebels only coming in from this direction down here, so they should be just using the road up to here and probably cutting right or left because it just meets back up again. But they should be utilizing this trunk road all the way up to our positions. So I just have my forces set up in the wood line. Behind the position to see what happens. If they attack us or not. No, they're going to have to because the artillery is in range of the objective point. So, I don't see this battle taking too long, but I could be wrong. So, I'll be back once we have contact with the rebels. We're moving on to 1730 of day 1, and we do have our first sighting of the rebels coming down the road here. Brigade of Cavalry and Brigade of Infantry. They're pretty strung out. They're actually strung out all the way back to the day in Adam's house down here, judging by the dust trails. So I'm hoping they do stop to consolidate. That could be asking a little much. I don't know. It looks like we're going to be a few minutes still before we're actually in contact with each other. So I'll be back. Alright, it's 1800. We have hit the end of the day. It's still April, so the days do end early. The rebels have taken Ward's Ridge, and they did stop to wait, thankfully. So let's see if they're going to mass up and actually form a proper attack now. Though, depending on where their corps commander is, the forces may be pulled back. Nope, they got set up to here. Looks like they moved the Polynex battery over here. So I'm not going to change my dispositions at all. I think I got a good defense ring right now, so let's hit play and see what happens. Yep. So they're all massed up over here now. Char's not exactly in a good position to do any damage to theirs. Looks like it'll be a few minutes. I'm going to give it an hour and see if the, because they do hold the objective, the AI may not attack us. So I'm going to give about an hour before I start pushing my soldiers in. So I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 8:30. I've given them about an hour and a half now. So they're just sitting back here all massed up against a lake, which is a bad spot for them to be in. So I've actually ordered both my divisions and the cavalry forward. Start forming a ring around this way, and we're going to trap them against this lake here. So give them nowhere to run to, basically. So it's going to be a while before my troops are in their positions, so I'll be back. Alright, we're going on 9 a.m. and the rebels are... looks like they're trying to react to my moves. I'm now going after their cavalry brigade with Park's infantry brigade. I'm trying to send this infantry to support. You guys have double fill that gap. And we lost sight of that brigade, probably still lying down in this marsh right here. Start wrapping these brigades around a little more. I'll finish that cavalry brigade off. Yeah, you're not going to be able to save them, buddies. There they go. And it looks like we broke one of their batteries, and this infantry brigade's getting ready to break back here. And hopefully get a few prisoners out of that little melee right there. Yeah, the AI screwed itself by placing itself right here. We were just breaking them all with the artillery. I'm gonna admit, not a very exciting battle. Is almost in position. Yep. Start pushing in soon and finishing this off. Ever get the double time? Don't take unnecessary. What the hell are these guys doing? All right, start pushing in. I don't know what's going on. These troops are acting a little wonky right now. Come on, boys, get down here. Oh, those are from this brigade. Okay, I thought it was another brigade. Third Brigade should be grabbing a bunch of prisoners up after this fight. Everybody's retreated through them so far. And we lost sight of this infantry brigade. Yep. Push forward. We'll just find them again. There they are. There's their retreat orders. There they go. Since they're right here, really shouldn't be pursuing at this point, but they're kind of right on top of us, so. Just charge in there. And you guys. think we're probably going to end up disintegrating this rebel force. You guys get mounted. My brigade just broke. Looked like they're going to do that anyway, so I'm not concerned about it. And they're reforming. Very good. But Wagner might get the fame for that break. Keep pursuing them. Can't tell if the cavalry's actually hitting any of these guys. We're not really leaving them up there. We're starting to see trail bodies. All right. Come on. Yep. Should have captured that battery in entirety, but I guess not. Alright, once again, the numbers speak for themselves. So we took down 1,300 of their 13,000 infantry, 350 of their 1,600 cavalry. We got all 70 of their guns. Total loss of 2,500 of their 15,000 man force. We lost 251 of our infantry, 49 of our cavalry, 0 of our guns. Total loss of 312 men. About 4.5 to 1 on the losses there. So I wasn't expecting this to be a major engagement. Let's go through the paperwork real fast. Alright, 1st New York Cavalry did 74 to infantry, took 34 prisoners, total of 108. 2nd Division, 20th Brigade did 14 to infantry, 1 artillery, took 90 prisoners for a total of 105. 21st Brigade did 119 infantry, took 2 prisoners, 4 to artillery for a total of 131. 4th Brigade did not fight. The independent batteries did 165 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 80 to artillery for a total of 256. Division total of 492. 6th Division. That's what I was looking at. Give me 2nd Division. There we go. 2nd Brigade did 137 to infantry, captured 20, 4 to artillery, captured 14, total of 175. 3rd Brigade did 201 to infantry, captured 99, 278 to cavalry, captured 12, 2 to artillery, captured 42, division total of 644. 1st Brigade did 57 to infantry, 343 to artillery, captured 204. Division total of 609. These guys just, because all those barriers were broken, they were just marching through them for the most part. And the Rocket Battalion, which is an artillery battery because we don't have rockets, did 115 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, 58 to artillery, for a total of 176. Division total 1,604. Let's see if we got any of their officers. All right, looks like we wounded Liddell, wounded Lomax. Wounded Major General Wise and T.J. Churchill. Divisions. I don't think these divisions. No, those divisions didn't have anybody. Whoa! We captured the Polignac. Wounded Winder. Wounded Anderson. Ooh, we did a number on this force. Mostly because the AI really screwed up and left their soldiers massed right here, which I don't understand why it did that. It had the objective and it didn't set up to defend it. That is just mind-boggling. Let's get closed out of here. Like I said, I basically just said everything I had to say about that battle. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Victory at New Bern. So the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,529 men. There are 332 killed and 865 captured. Our casualties totaled 312 men, 42 killed, 142 missing. We've captured 866 rifles and 30 guns from the battlefield and sent 857 soldiers down to our prison camps. And then things get worse for Winder. Besides wounding him, he also lost a face. I do feel bad for him. Now let's get this one rolled off. And what's happening down here in the Gulf? I'm a little worried about this fight. How long are... It's got 6 days until these other 2 brigades arrive. This is not good. Speed this along. It's not going to be... They're going to fight us? It looks like they're working on the draft now. Oh, and they put us into a siege that we are going to lose, apparently. So let's turn this into a straight battle. We're doing this right now. It's 2 brigades against 2 brigades. So if they're going to send these corps at us one at a time to siege us, we'll take them down one at a time with our 2 brigades. I'm not going to hold you here for the load screen, so I'll be back. Alright, this one should be short and straightforward. This is the Battle of Fort Massachusetts. Probably be 2 or 3 of them, but it's 2 infantry brigades and a battery against 2 infantry brigades and a battery. And they are defending the, I think it's New Market Road is the name of it. Old Market Road. Okay. They're defending here at the crossroads. So we're just going to come straight down to here and march up this farm track to their positions. So 300 in the morning, so it's still dark out. It's probably over by 0500 if it doesn't take too long for my forces to move. So I'll get my men over into position here and I'll be back. Alright, it's 5:30 in the morning. It took me longer to get down to this position than I thought it did. And the rebels are massed up right here with their 2 brigades and battery. And they're actually now masking their battery with their infantry because it was firing at my skirmishers. So I did detach skirmishers from both of my brigades to give myself some more maneuver elements so I could start wrapping around these guys. It's going to be a little bit longer before we're in position here. As I move everybody, even the artillery's got to get moved up a little bit further. Even though they should have clear sighting on these guys. I don't know what's going on. Like just in some low, well, a little low. Alright. So, troops are still maneuvering into position. I'll come back once the fighting starts. Alrighty, it's 0600. And I've begun maneuvering my skirmishers around the flanks and rear of their positions to go after the artillery. And their infantry keeps turning to face my skirmishers, which is giving me the opportunity to hit these boys flank and rear of my main line brigades. Now, once the skirmishers see off the artillery, we'll have them completely surrounded, basically. Let's push my batteries up a little further. Get them into canister range and make this quicker. skirmishers, start hitting that artillery. Oh no, you guys got to come out more. You're going to run into that infantry brigade. A little bit more coffee and whiskey until this battle is over. Alright, start hitting that artillery. Pulling back their infantry brigades now. Don't understand why they came in with only the one corps when you had the 3 in the area. And their artillery's getting ready to break along with their infantry. This is not going to take too much longer. My skirmishers broke, but that's no big deal. What the hell is up you're facing? And they broke as soon as the skirmishers got in contact with them. That's funny. Alright, push forward on that artillery. There goes that brigade. This battle is now over. That's it. Alright, let's go get us some prisoners. Speed this up. I think we caught a few prisoners there, not many. Alright. A lot less bloodier for us than I thought it was going to be. So we lost 19 infantrymen, one of our guns, total loss of 22 men of our 4,800 man force. We took down 300 of their infantry, got all 10 of their guns, total loss of 350 of their 3,800 man force. I'm not even... You know what, let's take a quick look, see if we got any of their officers. Casualties weren't high, and these aren't fewer units, so I'm not so worried about what damage the brigade did because it wasn't a high casualty battle. Just want to see if we got some of their officers. Oh, took down Breckenridge, he's wounded. And 2 brigade commanders, the battery commander got away. Alright, let's get closed out of here. Alright, yeah. I don't have anything to say about that fight, as it was, it should have never... They shouldn't have brought that siege force in. So, I'll see you all on the other side of this load screen. Alright, victory at Fort Massachusetts. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 326 men there, 40 killed and 2 captured. Our casualties totaled 22 men with 9 killed and 5 missing. And yeah, we sent 2 prisoners off to our prison camps. Probably just let them go, to be honest with you. It's like, 2 prisoners? Get the hell out of my camp. It ain't worth the time and effort. And Butler actually became a national hero out of that. And General Bowen, one of their brigade commanders, lost face. Let's start rolling this one off. And here comes the other corps. I'm going to pause this here. And I do believe we will end the episode here. Got quite a bit done this one. Still waiting for the Army of Potomac's up. Army of Potomac is ready to move. Everybody is now in the green, but just barely. So it looks like we'll be starting our drive onto Richmond in the next episode. So if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so when the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, and uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. And as always, comments. Please do keep them coming. I do love interacting with everybody. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.